Okay, sometimes the hardest looking problems are the easiest and vice versa. In this particular problem, if this is all equal to 0, we have a rational expression that's undefined. If this is equal to 0, if the numerator is equal to 0, then the value of the expression will be 0. So we'll go ahead and just set the numerator equal to 0. This is the numerator of the whole thing. And now in order for this to be 0, the numerator of that, just that part of it has to equal to 0. And once again, if a times b is equal to 0, then either a has to be equal to 0 or b has to be equal to 0. So we'll set 6x equal to 0.
Attention, please.
And
Buses
x
to the high
plus
school for the
4
impact testing
equals
have
0.
arrived. If your name is on the list with your teacher and you turned in your forms to Mrs. Chadwick, you may leave at this time, come to the foyer, and load for the buses. Thank you.
Alright, so I will write that in this particular case, it all broke down to whether or not this part of it right here, this piece of it, was equal to 0. And if we set that equal to 0, then we'll find out x is 0 or x is negative 4. And if you put 0 in or negative 4 into this expression for all of these, for all the x's, you'll find out that both of these are make the equation true. And then sometimes the easiest looking problems can prove a little more challenging, but this isn't too bad. I have to have a common denominator for adding and subtracting. That common denominator in this case is 10. To get 10 in the first fraction, I multiply the top and the bottom by 2. So I'm going to get 4x plus 2 over 10 minus, in order to get 10 down here, I'm going to have to multiply the top and the bottom by 5 equals 0. I combine the numerators and I get 4x minus 5x. I get negative 1x plus 2 equals 0, which means that negative 1x plus 2 has to equal 0. Subtract 2 from both sides and I get negative 1x equals negative 2. Divide both sides by negative 1 and I get x equals 2. Let's put that back in and see if it works. 2 times 2 plus 1 over 5 minus 2 over 2 should equal 0. 2 plus 1 is 4 plus 5. Plus 1 is 5. 5 over 5 minus 2 over 2 equals 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. We're good to go. The last problem I'll go over in preparation for getting you ready for Do That Track is a multiplication problem. Now, remember when multiplying that if we ever had a problem like 4/5 times 11/16, that we would cross cancel. 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 16 4 times, and that assures that when we're done doing our problem, we have the simplest version upon completion. Well, the same with these, only we have to factor them to find out what the factors are. Here the common factor was 4, and it was obvious to us. With these, it could be a little more difficult. So I suggest when we're writing these, we go ahead and write them, but when we go ahead and factor as we're doing that. So this is 5 times 2x minus 5 times 2 times x minus 5. And I am going to write 5 here. So what I'm going to get is not anything that looks like it factors. 2, this would be 2x. No, this would be 2x minus 5. Good. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 negative. Good. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cancel this and this. And we are going to get 2 times 2 is 4. 5 times 5 is 25. And it looks like that answer is available to us.